Today is one of those milestone days, aka hard, painful, stressful, anxiety provoking, did I mention painful kind of days. If your mom or someone who was a mother to you has died, this episode is for you. In this episode, I'm going to share ways to honor your best friend, your go to person, your cheerleader, and advocate in life. I'll also share ways for you to get through the day with comfort and peace. I know the goal is to get through the day, but these ideas will help you heal. So please breathe, listen, and act on at least one of these. Hey, friend. Welcome to the Grief to Great Day podcast. Do you feel like you're going crazy? Is the shower the only place for you to really cry? Are you surrounded by people, but you still feel all alone? Do you want to be the you were before your loved one died, but you have no idea how to get there? I'm Steph Cabanis, Southern by choice, wife, turtle triathlete, Jesus follower, and fellow traveler in the journey of grief. I too struggled to breathe, questioned God and my faith, and thought I would never be happy again. But God took my brokenness and He turned it into a breakthrough. So if you're ready to understand how to navigate grief, lean into your faith and take just one step towards healing, then bring your ugly cry, get into a comfortable place, even if that's your bed right now, and let the healing begin. Girl, there's hope for your future. Come on in the house and let's get to the back porch. We are warming up here in eastern North Carolina, so the porch is relaxing and a very healing place. I'm Steph, and this is Grief to Great Day. Thank you for being here. I want you to feel welcomed and heard through this podcast. Hello to everyone listening in Fiji, our spotlight country, and in the U.S., North Carolina is at the top with the most downloads this week. Grief to Great Day is downloaded in over 75 countries now. This tells me that there is a need to talk about grief and that it is felt throughout the world. So please know that whatever country or state you are in, you are not alone as you walk through this thing called grief. I know there are new listeners each week, so if that's you, welcome to a podcast you never wanted to need. I'm glad you're here because it tells me you are taking steps towards your healing. Now, for you new listeners, if you hear me talk about Monica, her faith, or her death, and you need some background, just go to my website, grief2greatday.com, and click on the book tab. Her faith journey through the last 6 months was unreal, and her death, it changed me. She is the reason that you are listening to me today. In this podcast, we talk about understanding grief, processing daily life, and growing your faith. So, what we're going to do is tell you what to expect before it happens so you're prepared, tell you how to get through the day when the days seem like that Groundhog movie, and how to grow your faith and strengthen your relationship with God. If you're just starting your journey, please know life will change. It won't always hurt like this. It's important for you to hear that often. Now, this is not to say that you'll stop missing your loved one because you never will, but you will be able to breathe, to laugh, and to live again. I've talked with many of you who must prepare yourself for this day. Today, when you listen to the episode, it's Mother's Day. Or maybe you will need to listen to it later because your loss is still so raw. Either way, if your life-changing grief is because of the death of your mother, mom, mama down here, today will be especially hard. I want to read you an excerpt from the book I wrote, Dying to be Healed. She had a wonderful sense of humor. She was the first one I saw who would fight for what was right instead of what was convenient. I never knew anyone with such depth of character who would stand up for me like she did. She introduced me to a life with less superficiality and more meaning, and a life more conducive to hope. She was simply different, genuine, kind, and honest, and she was like that with everyone. She was great at living, and her support and example, it allowed me to grow toward the person I was to become. Her relationship with God allowed her to bring light to those who desperately needed it. I was one of those who desperately needed it, and I was blessed by her life. Maybe you have used some of those descriptions when talking about your mom. This was not my mom, but my best friend Monica, who was more like a sister or a mom to me. I say this in case you lost someone who wasn't your mom, but who was a mother to you, who changed your life because of hers. When the bonds of a mother daughter relationship are strong, and your mom was as much a part of your life as an adult as she was when you were a child, or if your mom was younger and you are still young, the loss is exceptionally difficult. You're allowed to hurt today and to do what you need to make it as good of a day as you can. To that end, here are some ways that you can honor your mother while also finding comfort and peace. There's over 10 ways, so have your pen and paper ready or just jot down the one or the ones that really kind of hit you. In honoring your mom, you can do the things you would have done if she was still here, like having a family dinner. At that family dinner, you could serve her favorite dish, have her favorite flowers on the table, and if she had a favorite recipe that you're using, you could frame it, especially if it's in her handwriting. When you're having the dinner or the lunch, whatever it is that you all used to do, then set a place at the table for her. This does not have to be viewed in the light of the space is empty. It can be viewed as she still has a place at the table. You can also, as a family or on your own, visit her grave or go to one of her favorite places. You can also repurpose some of her jewelry. Take a piece of her jewelry to wear or use the stone or diamond or whatever it is to create a new piece of jewelry for you or your family members. If your mom or the person who was a mother to you volunteered somewhere, you could go volunteer in her place this year. You can also write her a letter. I know she's not here, but she's here. Write a yearly letter about how life was for you this past year. Now, this may last 1 or 10 years, or it may be something you share with your children later so they can see how you navigated the loss of your mom. If your mom's activities revolved around the family, then that's a good place to start. And remember to check in on your dad or her husband to see how he's handling things. If she loved him, you loving him shows great honor. So, those are some ways to honor your mom. It can be around coming together as a family, having a dinner, keeping a place for her, cooking her favorite meal, putting her favorite flowers there, doing some of her favorite activities, or simply going to her gravesite alone. This is totally up to you. The next part is for you and your healing. To find comfort, keep a good part of the day free so you can rest. These milestone days are physically, emotionally, and spiritually draining. And another way to honor your mom, your grandmother, or the person who was a mother to you is to take care of yourself. So here are some ways to do that and to help you heal. Write down your mom's characteristics, values, the things that you want to emulate. As time goes on, it won't be as clear in your head, so it's important to do that as soon as you can. Then find Bible verses that speak to those characteristics and meditate on them daily. Her legacy will live on through you. Allow yourself to grieve without judging or labeling it. Don't feel like you are regressing or that's never going to change because this day is hard. Understand that this day is hard and it's not dependent on how you react to it. It's a hard day. You don't have to be strong for anyone. If the day is freaking you out, take the day off or turn off Mother's Day. If you need to go on a vacation, not be around the house, do something different, shake it up, then do that. Lastly, the best way for you to find comfort and peace while honoring your mom, and this is important here, is to live. I don't know where I got this idea from, but for a while, I thought that laughing or having a good time or moving forward was disrespectful to Monica and it lessened the loss. This is absolutely false. You smiling and laughing and enjoying the life you have, it is the most honoring thing you can do. That is a legacy of faith and confidence in who God was in their lives and in yours. Now, it may take a while for this to kind of settle in on your heart, and that's okay. I just want you to know what the truth about this is. Living your life well is a great legacy to your mom, period. The word of the week is Psalm 71:20 through 21. Though you have made me see troubles, many and bitter, you will restore my life again. From the depths of the earth, you will again bring me up. You will increase my honor and comfort me once again. And the song of the week is I Will Rise by Chris Tomlin. Now, I chose this song because it was the one I picked for Monica's service. It was perfect for her faith and my desire to trust God. After the service, yeah, it took a couple years to actually listen to it again because it was like 90% pain and anger with God and about 10% hope filled. I want you to listen to and sing the words to this song. See, when I listen to it now, it's 90% hope filled and just 10% sad. Here are some of the lyrics. The grave is overwhelmed. The victory is won. I will rise when he calls my name. No more sorrow, no more pain. And my faith has become my eyes. Worthy is the Lamb. I think that's one of the most important lines throughout that whole song is, and my faith has become my eyes. Y'all, your journey works or the work of your journey this week is to meditate on that word and to listen to, and if you can, sing I Will Rise. And I want you to pick any of the ways to find comfort, peace, and honor your mom this day, this week, and this year. If you're ready to take a brave step towards your healing, there's help available. Grief to Gray Day offers free and paid faith based resources so you can join the private Facebook group. You don't have to suffer in silence anymore. Be a part of a group of faith filled women who get it in a way the world can't. The daily pain and struggle of grief is not denied here, but faith paves the way for hope in this group. You can download the free Loss, Grief, and Healing seminar. This is the best faith based introduction of what to expect in your grief journey. Download the seminar if you want a reason to hope and learn how to heal. Today is not your forever, and you are not alone. You can also purchase grief coaching. If you're looking for one to one support to figure out your next best step, or if you want to understand where you are in the grief process, or you just need accountability in taking those healing steps, these 1 hour grief coaching sessions are the answer for you. You can also purchase the workshop called The First Year of Grief: How to Survive with Hope and Heal. This workshop is the action oriented step taking program you need to give you foundational tools to navigate your grief in the first year, especially. Remember, time itself does not heal all wounds. You have to take steps. In this workshop, you'll discover how to pursue God, even when you don't want to pray. You'll understand the roller coaster of grief so you know what's normal and what to expect. You will learn to process daily life with practical help to get you through those I can't get out of the bed days. And you'll find where to seek support because I'll share grief resources that are best for you. Look, I've walked this journey and never thought I could be happy again. But God, He restored my joy and gave me a calling. So no matter how dark and hopeless your day is today, this can be your story too. It is my great joy to help you get there. Your safe place for all things grief can be found on the website grief2greatday.com. This includes all the resources I just shared, and in addition, the Grief to Great Day podcast, and the book Dying to be Healed. Regardless of where you are right now, you can breathe, laugh, and live again. Thank you for being here today, for showing up. If this podcast has given you hope, encouragement, or helped you in any way, share it with a friend, either in a text or on your social platforms. Also, please subscribe, rate, and leave a written review on iTunes. It's a huge blessing for me to know that you're out there. Lastly, and this is important, you are not alone. Connect with me on the Grief to Great Day website, the link is below, and sign up for our free newsletters. I want to be able to pray for you by name. Remember, grief isn't something you're going to get over, but a great day is something you can get to.